What's up, Beam Tribe? Nick here from Ottawa, and today we're going to talk about protect, correct, develop. This was something that I heard from Greg Cook a while back, and it really made a whole lot of sense as kind of a general framework to use when you're thinking of how to get rid of a problem. And a problem might be an injury, it might be training towards an event, but in general, it's a very powerful way to make sure you're going about things in the right order and not working against yourself. So, what does protect, correct, develop mean? Protect means essentially this kind of order sequence is something you want to go through in that particular sequence. So protect first, then correct, then develop. And protect means protect yourself from what might be causing the problem. So if you get pain, we all know that pain is a signal that's adapted into your body to protect you from damaging yourself. So pain is a very powerful signal and you need to listen to it. So protect means think of what you're doing to create the pain. Right? Instead of thinking, how do I get rid of this pain, think, what am I doing to create this pain? And so protect is get rid of the root cause of the problem. Correct is then you can start to troubleshoot the specific issue. And I'll give an example. We'll talk about feet within the context of protect, direct, develop at the end of this. And then develop is essentially work towards building resilience, right? Develop capacity, develop strength, stability. That's kind of the training part. So protect really comes through awareness. Correct is where tools come into play, to be able to apply tools, whether it's a mobilization or a strengthening exercise. And then develop is more of the practice, the training part. And so an example with feet, if we take feet, you have foot pain. How do you apply the framework of protect, correct, develop to getting rid of your foot pain? Well, the first thing you need to do is protect your foot from what might be damaging it. And we all know that the biggest thing that damages our feet is footwear. So protect your feet first before you do any correct or develop. Protect them first by understanding what to look for in footwear and prioritizing natural footwear and getting rid of the footwear that might be causing you problems. Okay, so that's protect. Correct is then you can start to work on the individual issues. So if from wearing footwear, conventional footwear for a long time, your big toe is stiff, your foot might be stiff, weak, the muscles might not be working, well, correct in that context, and here's the thing, correct and develop only work if you've first done the protect part. So protect is, with feet, protect is 80% of the work, because if you switch to natural footwear, correct and develop are going to happen without you having to do anything. But if you want to speed up the progress and speed things up a little bit, then you can do some stuff. You can apply some tools. For example, correct might be if your foot is stiff, you can use a lacrosse ball to roll your foot on every day to loosen up the joints and reset the muscles. You can use toe spreaders to reclaim some space between each of your toes, which is what you need for a stable foot position. So correct is start to work on the individual issues. And then develop is the long-term part, right? Where you're, whether it be training or practice or just, with feet, it's do your own barefoot experiment. Spend more and more time barefoot, train barefoot, work on your foot strength specifically by working on some short foot, get the muscles activated and do some specific foot training if you want, or just do a barefoot experiment. Push your limits in terms of what you're able to do. How long can you spend barefoot? What kind of surfaces can you spend barefoot on, right? Push yourself. You can eventually try running barefoot. That's a more of an advanced, develop kind of feature to look at if you're talking about running barefoot with nothing on your feet at all. But very important that you protect first by getting rid of what's causing the problem, correct some of the issues, and then you can develop a sense of resilience or strength, capacity, all that stuff. So that's protect, correct, develop. Apply it to whenever you have an injury. It'll make sure that you're following kind of the path that gives you the most effective result. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you later.